Hey everybody, preferred selection here with a little bit of Terraria. All right? I got my volume a little bit low, but I think we're all right. Yeah. And there we. All right, so I just got the Dark Lance, which is ruthless, which is a great modifier for it. I didn't know what was in that chest. I hope you guys saw me unlock it. Sorry, that was a little unceremonious. This is a weapon that I've wanted to get for before we go into hard mode. And I've just been down here going through hell, which sounds funny to say. Been down here going through hell on the second world that we created for the series. I'll show you a picture. This world is for us to have Crimson, I believe. I guess that's why we made it. Yeah, did we have Corruption on the main world and then we made this one for Crimson? Sounds about right. But yeah, that was I've been down, as you can see, I've been in hell for a little bit. But that's the first shadow chest I've found, so we haven't had the best luck. Yeah, I'll show off the Dark Lance. Let's put it... Honestly, not using the Crimson Rod much, so let's try it there. Go over here and kill these slimes. It's a very good spear. It's actually, in my opinion, it's better than the Cobalt Partisan or whatever it's called. I can't really tell you why it's better than the Cobalt equivalent, other than experience. But I think part of it is because it emits a ton of light, which is nice for caving. It emits a ton of light, and I feel like it might be faster than the Cobalt weapon, or it has maybe like a little bit better knockback or something like that. But I remember I was messing around on hard mode on a fairly new character, or not new anymore, but new. I was messing around on hard mode on a different character, let's just say, and I better land here. Yep, stuck the landing. Let's not die. As you can see, there's still times where you might rather have the Thorn Chakram as opposed to this. I should change a little bit of my gear because I was just making a elevator. Sure. Well, now we're on the hunt for just one more shadow chest, only because we're down here. If we don't find another shadow chest soon, then so be it. But we now have basically all the weapons that I really care about getting for hard mode. There's one more, and that's probably what we'll focus the rest of this episode on. The Night's Edge. I know a lot of people really like Night's Edge. I don't like Night's Edge. I like it okay. Like, it's a serviceable weapon. But this is the day after the Halloween updates ended, so there's still pumpkins around for some reason. I guess because I think Halloween is a chance, like... So Halloween, quote-unquote, ends on November 10th in Terraria. And I think that pumpkins have a chance to spawn until the end of Halloween, and after that, they still can do things. They can still, what's the word? They can still grow, but you just won't see any more of them. So let's sell some stuff that we don't need. Sell topaz, glow sticks, water walking potion. I'm so used to. I have a very strange mentality when it comes to potions in this game. I either think, hey, these are too good to ever sell, or I sell them, but I very rarely use potions, which is a pretty bad habit to be in. That's all we really need to do on that world. I have so many worlds. If it seems like I have a lot of characters, I don't have like a crazy amount of characters. It's just I do a lot of speedrunning, and I do a lot of level editing. Not in any of the stuff that you guys have seen, but one of my off-camera things is learning how to make like custom maps. So that's why I have a lot of characters, is because I'll make a new character, I'll run it through a custom map, and then I'll forget to delete it or whatever. Yeah. Alright, so let's look at the arsenal of weapons that I wanted to have. I think we might have to move... Okay, yeah, we're going to have to move our... Yeah. I'm not sure if I need torches up here. Would I rather have my pickaxe on my hotbar or torches? Bug net is a must. I love the bug net. Yeah, I'll keep my pickaxe. Torches can go down there. Hey, heck, I can create more light from this than I can from a torch. Ooh, traveling merchant. Sitting duck's fishing pole I actually need, so glad I caught him. Grab a platinum. That's going to be our best fishing pole for a while. So hey, that's a really nice grab this point in the game. Put Alright, so what were we talking about? Weapons of choice. Let's show off the gauntlet really quickly. We have the Thorn Chakram, the weapon that I probably will continue to use the most. The Flamerang, which is probably better, and I should use, but I'm stubborn. In fact, I'll make a point to use the Flamerang a little bit this episode. There's the Dark Lance, the Diamond Staff, which I love for its low mana cost and its light source. The Star Fury, which at this point is really just going to be for like cheesy things and utility to maybe get us around in caves. There's the Crimson Rod, which isn't amazing, but we're going to get a Nimbus Rod early on in hard mode, and like I want to get into the habit of using this for fights. Then there's the Phoenix Blaster and the Water Bolt. These weapons are, I guess, good enough for early hard mode. They better be, because they're all we have. Alright, so now we've switched back into B gear, and I'm keeping my other armor in utilities, or in social or whatever. So it's gonna kind of look like I've got... It's gonna kind of look like I've got the opposite armor of the one I'm wearing. But, like, okay, hold on, I need to concentrate and put this shadow key somewhere where I'll remember it exists. Where is a good spot for a shadow key? This makes sense because it's in with the Hellstone and stuff. It's also a good spot for obsidian. So the last weapon we need to make is Knight's Edge. And it's not going to be too hard. What we need is... we need 4 swords to make the Knight's Edge. Kind of like, it's almost like Zelda, I guess. We need a Muramasa. We need a sword made out of either Corruption or Crimson boss material, which we should be able to do really easily. We need a Fiery Greatsword, which is going to be made out of this Hellstone stuff. So let's get our Crimtane Bar out and our Hellstone and make those 2 swords. Fiery Greatsword is easy, and Blood Butcher is easy. And the last sword we're going to need is Blade of Grass, which is very popular, very common. A little bit surprised that I didn't make it. I like it okay. Sometimes I'll make it over the course of playing, but I didn't this time. So I don't actually remember the recipe, so what I'm going to do is I think Jungle Spores are going to be part of it. I'm going to find the guide. Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, it's going to be 15 stingers and 12... Yeah. 15 stingers and 12 jungle spores. So we are going to get to go into the jungle and show off this weapon. Or show off getting the stingers. Because I don't think we have 15 stingers lying around. I can check really quick. They would be where we put our... Yeah, we've got 7, so it won't be too much of a hunt. So need 8 stingers. Gonna do just the tiniest bit of inventory management before we go. We don't need the other 3 components for Knight's Edge on us because we can always just come back here. You can tell that I'm excited because I'm putting things away really sloppily. Where does this go? I know we have a chest somewhere. Inventory management becomes such a big part of this game the farther you go. Seriously, where are we putting our... Oh, yeah, I guess we probably wouldn't have a shadow chest there. Don't know why. Let's also not walk around with... No need to walk around carrying... Is this where Salt goes? Yes, it is. Do I have a chest that has... Yeah, this one works. Little bit of quick inventory management. And we did put our money away, so we can be off now. To the jungle, which is... Yeah, this way. Okay, so 8 stingers, and then we have Knight's Edge. Which will probably earn a spot in our inventory. It really should. It's always kind of sad after the Halloween content ends because you see all these like pumpkins lying around and you're like, oh, no more pumpkins. Not for another year. And who knows in another year, like Terraria is one of my favorite games, but who knows if we will be playing Terraria in a year. I think we will. I think I'll probably be playing this game in another year still. I like it a lot. We're at our jungle. It should be fairly quick to get 8 stingers. It'll depend a little bit on drop rates, but... I mean, it's not like the jungle slimes or hornets are that uncommon. Man, I chose a really strange way to enter my jungle. It's okay. Yeah, sometimes when I go to get stingers, I'll just have a hell of a time finding enemies that are of the right requirement or killing things. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with this flame chakram, or flame meringue, or whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. I still don't know. I still don't know if I like it as much as the more straightforward thorn chakram. Like, in terms of damage, it's a little better. Gotta make sure I'm not jumping into lava. Yeah, like let's look at the stats. Like we're gaining 6 damage, and we'd get more if we reforged it to something better than hurtful. But like you lose crit chance, you also lose. I mean, the crit chance isn't that big of a deal, but you know that is probably also from the reforge though, so I shouldn't be factoring that in. Yeah, and in fact, I'm pretty sure it's definitely from the. Yeah, what's the? Yeah, it is from the reforge. So I don't know. Maybe it's not fair to compare a godly weapon to a hurtful weapon. And those prefixes have nothing to do with the weapons themselves inherently. They're just prefixes from reforging. In case anyone who's tuning in is not too familiar with Terraria. One thing I really love about these imps is that they really, like, the fire that they shoot gives you a really strong idea of where enemies are, because you can be running around and not seeing where the enemies are, and then all of a sudden they start killing things. Although they're borderline too strong, because I can hardly identify the enemies before they kill them. I guess is a crazy thing to complain about. We are 1 stinger away from where we need to be. Where is that? Where did that bee go? I think I've already complained about that I don't really like this room in my jungle. Like, it's so hard to find anything. Did he drop a stinger? Nope. I don't think he did, but I'll dive down here to check. Oh, here's why my spawn cap's so bad, is because there's all these. I find that happens a lot in Terraria, where there'll be like a little puddle of water somewhere, and I don't know what it is about water, but a million things will spawn there, and if you're not paying attention, all of your spawns for forever will be happening down in some water that you aren't thinking about. Getting a little bit of moon glow since it's nighttime and I can see it easily. Doesn't hurt. I know it's kind of killing the Night's Edge hype a little bit to just be, whoa, be almost dead from getting hit by a boulder. Let's do some Dark Lance. There's our, whoa, there's our last stinger. Okay then, well we've got everything we need and we're almost dead, so let's get out of here. Let's get the Fiery Greatsword, the Blood Butcherer, the Muramasa. And then what did it say we needed? 15 of these? Can't count. And then from, yeah, stingers. I don't think that was the number, but it'll do. Yeah, it was 12 and 15, so. Make our blade of grass. I'll show this off. I'll show off all the swords really quickly by themselves before I... So, blade of grass, it's a little bit slow, but it's really good. It's hard to really demonstrate why it's good, but it's just a nice high damage sword. The fiery greatsword's also okay. I don't think I've ever used the fiery greatsword as a weapon, but it's probably fine. Blood Butcher's a little bit faster, it looks like, or maybe it's just because it's shorter. Muramasa is fast, but it's terrible. It has almost no knockback, so enemies will just, like, get up on you. Now, where do we combine these? Is it at the workshop? It's not at the Tinkerer's workshop. Is it just at the anvil? Those are the right weapons, aren't they? Unless it's... Yeah, I'm confused as to why I'm not seeing this. Sorry, it's probably really obvious to you guys, but... Is it made at a demon altar? It might be one of those strange things that's made at a demon altar. I don't think we're too far from a demon altar, so we can go find out. Once upon a time, this weapon was a lot more badass than it is now. And back then, they were probably like, oh, this has to be made at an altar because it's like the best... It was originally the best sword in the game. So... that might be why it would need to be made at a demon's altar, if that is indeed the case. I could just be wrong. I don't think the guide tells you where things need to be made, so that's why I'm not bothering to go and check. I'm positive that this is the right stuff. Like, I think you used to need a silver broadsword or an iron broadsword as well, like a 5th sword in the recipe. But that is... I'm certain that it's only 4 swords now. There's no way that I would misremember that, because I did not play back when a 5th sword was required. Let's see. Let's use the water bolt. We never use the water bolt. Probably because the water bolt's outclassed by our minions. Okay, so Knight's Edge. You can see it has 45 damage, average speed, average knockback. Compare that to the Greatsword, which is slow, has a little bit less damage. Yeah, it's a pretty solid weapon. We got a bad modifier, but don't worry, we'll go reforge it. Let's show off this Knight's Edge. Creates a little bit of particles. I don't think it makes any light. If we compare it to our other weapons, it's got more damage than our Ruthless Dark Lance, but Dark Lance is better because of its swing, I think. Double the damage of our Star Fury. More damage than our gun. It just like embarrasses our Water Bolt. It would have the most damage of... If I put it on our hotbar... I know that sounds rough. If I put it on our hotbar... then it will be our most damaging weapon for sure. I don't like the idea of reforging it too much because we will get a better version of it soon. Or not soon, but there is a better... Like, this is material for something else. But luckily it's pretty cheap to reforge, so... You know, I don't like having not knockback, so I'm going to keep going. Superior sounds good. It's good enough for me. I'm trying to think of what this replaces. The Crimson thing is so good. I mean, it's not like... Honestly, yeah, we might be past it. past its utility. We're gonna use the hard mode version of this really soon, but we're not gonna use the regular version. Like, I can't see myself bothering to stop and cast this. So Night's Edge will go. I usually put my range. I put my ranged weapons in 8. I don't know why I usually put them there. And then I put like magic kind of over to the side and utility over to the side, and yeah, this. I have a feeling I'm still going to be running around using my Thorn Chakra most of the time, but we have a lot of options now. And our minions are still going to be killing most of our stuff, so this was just kind of a side tour. Show off this weapon a little bit. I really wish that the Night's Edge had continuous swing. Like, the Reaver Shark I can just like hold down. But yeah. Check out that crit. Triple digit damage. That's some hard mode territory stuff right there. Let's dive down in here and do a little bit of damage to stuff. Oh. Or not, because this is the tiny one. I'm tempted to dismiss my minions for a little bit to show off weapons. I'm sure that most of you don't even need the Night's Edge being shown off, because you probably, like, if you've played Terraria for more than, I don't know, more than 10 hours, you probably built the Night's Edge at some point. Where are enemies? Come on, enemies. I want to show off this weapon. I guess we're playing in peaceful mode or creative mode or something. It's just like no... And you know that if I was on like a... If I was on like an early character and just trying to explore, there would be like 5 enemies like hitting me from everywhere. There would be like snowflakes ganging up on me. But... that's how Terraria seems to go. If you are overgeared, you get like 1 jellyfish. But if you are maybe fighting for your life, you get like 8 enemies swarming you. These imps are too good. There's not even enough enemies around for me to show off my sword. Yeah, let's dismiss the imps for just a second. And keep in mind, we are still wearing B armor, so we are, you know, we're not like wearing an armor that benefits our melee at all. So, or it gives us high defense. Like, we're just kind of, yeah, we're one-shotting everything with this sword. Feels pretty good. Not my favorite weapon, because my issue with swords is I just don't like getting that close, so I don't know if we'll really use this until we get a couple eclipses and can use it as material, or one really good eclipse. I don't know how much I should talk about that and risk spoiling things. But that's Night's Edge. We are not getting enough enemies to really continue showing it off, so I think I will get distracted by these rubies really quickly and wrap up the video. I think next video we're going to go fight the Wall of Flesh, because that's all I can really think to do at this point. So see you for a Wall of Flesh fight. If you like the video, and thanks for the support, guys.